Hey guys, and welcome back to Misha's Corner. Today I'm going to show you this easy, simple 30-minute semi-homemade dinner. This is for the stay-at-home moms with kids or wives, busy households. Y'all know I always cook all the way from scratch, but honey, this week we getting some help from the grocery store, okay? So to my melted butter, I'm going to add the pre-chopped veggies. It had carrots, celery, onion, peppers, child, just throw them in there. You can use whatever vegetables you have in your house. It'll work. So we're making homemade gravy from scratch. Just because it's semi-homemade doesn't mean, you can't zhuzh up some stuff. I'm not really the biggest fan of the pre-made gravy packet. So I put this little effort in. I'm like, I can at least, Misha, at least make the gravy from scratch. So after I saute down my vegetables for about 5 minutes, I added salt and pepper. I'm going to add the flour down in here. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box. Make sure you check it out. Also, remember, this channel here is for everybody, okay? I cook for the vegetarians, the vegans, the meat lovers, the family households, the busy moms. I cook for everybody. So you never know what's going to pop up. You never know. So you want to saute the flour down for about 2 minutes. After that, I'm going to add my beef broth down in here. I am making those pre-made beef meatballs, and so I wanted to use beef broth. And also, this is going to add more flavor versus just using water. Again, I'm trying to make things as easy as I can on myself, because if I used water, I would have to use so many spices and so many ingredients just to get it to taste how I want it to taste. And so you want to use beef broth, beef stock. If you have that beef base, I don't remember what it's called, but I don't use that either. But that beef base stuff, it's really good actually, but I just didn't have any today. And then you want to add everything, add it down in here. It is going to be super thin. You don't want it to be thick. Remember, the meatballs are frozen. They need to cook. So you see it thin, you're like, oh my God, no. No. Okay. I added some ginger paste, some salt and pepper, and some smoked paprika, and I left it alone. If you want to add tons and tons more spices, that's totally fine. The meatballs are pre-seasoned, so you don't need that. You don't need too much. So again, the gravy will be thin in the beginning because we have to cook the meatballs down. All right, so way back in the back of the refrigerator, I found some half out the door fresh thyme. So I threw it down in there for extra flavor. These are the meatballs I'm using. They're super delish. They taste so good. And these are the ones I'm using today. But just pick the one you think looks good in your grocery store for that day, and you're good to go. Add your meatballs, cover it, and allow it to cook until they're cooked through, following the directions on the back of your package, or until your gravy becomes nice and thick and your meatballs are cooked through. So that's it for this. I'm just going to leave it alone and let it cook. So now I'm going to move on to the spinach. You can use whatever vegetables you prefer. I'm just doing spinach. I'm going to saute down some more peppers that I found down in here, just like this. I'm also going to saute down some carrots. I don't know what it is. I just could never just eat plain spinach. Like just saute the spinach by itself and eat plain spinach. And so I never do. I always add some kind of vegetables or peppers to it. And, it's good to go. And so now I'm going to add the carrots down in here. And I'm also going to add some Slap Your Mama. Because y'all know Slap Your Mama fixed everything. And I don't have to do the most. So I sprinkle, link, some Slap Your Mama. And that's it, honey. That's it. With the butter, the peppers, the carrots, and Slap Your Mama, I didn't need much of anything else. Besides, the meatballs are super delish. You don't need to do the most. Y'all, this was one bag of spinach. Look how much spinach this is. But you already know it's going to cook down. But yeah, this is one bag of spinach. Now I'm going to saute this down. And that's it for the spinach, baby. That's it. But of course, cook your spinach however you want to. Whatever veggies, asparagus, whatever goes with this dish, you're good to go. After about 3 minutes of tossing around in the pan, this is what I'm left with. And, it's good. It's good to go. Simple but effective, delicious, and simple. You don't need every single thing to be super seasoned and overly salted. You don't need to do that, because once you eat everything together, it's going to come together. And that's it for the spinach. Who loves spinach like me? I love spinach, y'all. Even though I ain't been doing that well eating my vegetables, but I love spinach. This is the potato that I'll be using. I told y'all this was semi-homemade. Got it from the grocery store. I boiled the water, turned it off, and then I whisk in the potato mixture just like I'm doing here. Obviously, it's not mandatory to whisk it, but I find it so much easier to whisk because it just comes together faster, no lumps. So I use a whisk just like this. Now, a lot of people, they'll stop right here, and you can, but y'all know I'm extra, child. Like, you know I'm going to add some butter. I'm going to add a scoop of sour cream, some black pepper. Don't y'all add no salt down in here, though. Don't put no salt. Okay? And make sure your butter is unsalted. So this is it. Mixed it up, and that's it. The mashed potatoes are done. Like, simple, delicious, awesome. If this meal is not for you, you already know where you can find all of this from scratch. Believe me, I got it on here. All right, so back here I have the meatballs. They're pretty much done. They're thawed. They're cooked through. The gravy's nice and thick. It's so delicious. And I'm going to plate everything up so you guys can see. All right, so now I'm going to put my mashed potatoes down. They're still nice and hot, just like this. You don't have to use a bowl. I want a bowl because I'm barbaric, child. I want to eat with a spoon. Y'all know I love me a spoon, but I'm going to show off today and show y'all with a fork. Okay? Now, look at this gravy, y'all. Look, 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 look. Y'all should make this gravy for some chicken. It'll be really, really good. But yeah, that's the gravy going over top. Now I'm going to add the spinach, which was also my favorite part. Spinach and mashed potatoes are just so delicious. Anything with mashed potatoes is delicious. Cabbage, anything. Now look how good this looks. Okay, but again, check out all my other recipes below. I make sure I'll tag them. Some homemade meatballs, homemade mashed potatoes for the people that want them from scratch. And this is me showing off with a fork. Because the OGs, y'all know I don't use no fork, child. I don't have time for it. Look at me. You see I'm struggling. Look at me struggling. But here y'all go. You get the first bite. The meatballs are nice and tender. They taste so beefy too. I like this brand. They don't have the other brand I usually use, but this brand is good as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you so much for 8 million views. I can't wait to get to 10 because we're going to be celebrating. This channel has been through so much. It's been a long journey. And but we're going to talk about it one of these days. I have so many updates to give you guys, but I've been very busy, like super busy. A lot of life-changing events. But I'm going to be on here soon giving updates. So love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.